Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to another episode of Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion, also known as Renavion Gets His Ass Kicked. We all know, if you've been watching the videos, where this is going. It is collapsing rapidly inwards towards my homeworld, and this button is beckoning to me. But you know what? I am not a quitter. I am not a quitter. So, even though I am losing, I'm going to see this through. And I've come to the conclusion that my best bet for the longest survival is to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, I just lost my Titan. Well, if I wasn't losing before, I am now. So, I'm going to retreat. I'm going to pull everything back to my homeworld. Not that I have anything anymore. I'm going to get back to my homeworld. And I'm going to start building my fleets up and as much defenses as I can on my homeworld. And we're going to make our last stand. Because stuff is not going well, people. Not going well at all. I was hoping to get these guys out of Dodge so I could at least have the Titan in the final fight. But that's just not the way it worked out. I was not quick enough. I hesitated too long. And these guys just, there's too much here. This is not the way this is supposed to be happening. So, we will just agree that Renavion is not any good at this game, or at least not with this faction. I can usually do really good with the human faction. But, this one here does not suit my playstyle, apparently. So I'm going to get as much as I can built up right here. I'm not even going to pay attention to the rest of the map because it makes me sad. And the pirates are attacking my homeworld now. I do not understand how this is happening. I do not understand the mechanics that are in play that is allowing this to happen, because there is no bounty on my head. They should not be coming after me. The fact that this sword is not next to my name means they are not actively coming after me. So these guys here, these little rebels, I'm not sure what the deal is here, or what the plan is. Because, I mean, obviously, this little attack force they sent in is not going to win. They're not strong enough to actually do anything to me here. But they're here. And I don't get it. So, we'll just clean them up. I'm going to go ahead and I need to get my fleet built back up. I need to get as many ships in here as possible so that when the end time arrives, I can at least enjoy my last gasping breath. So, I need to take advantage of what little resources I have at the moment, because as this fleet makes its way through, and this Titan makes its way through, I'm not going to have access to the resources on those planets anymore. So these numbers are not going to be going up as quickly as they are now. And Orange is just being a butthole. I do not understand. I never did anything to Orange at all. So unless he's aligned with Lime or Blue Boy over here, this is just uncalled for. So yeah, there goes that planet. Yeah, see, I don't even own it anymore. So that means the Titan's going to be moving further into my space, one jump closer to my homeworld, and then these guys, it's just not going to stop. It's not going to stop. What do I got going on my phone right now? Oh, the wife is sending me pictures of the kitties. They're adorable. They're buttholes. But they're adorable buttholes. Okay, wife, come on. I told you I was going to be recording. Hey, I have an auto-respawn function. She sent me a question. A picture of the cats, and it says, "Our boys laying together, aren't they adorable?" And you know how it pops up at the top of the screen? If I had been fast enough, I had the option to just tap the "yes they are" response. My phone is smart enough to auto respawn if I just give me automatic responses. Anyway, I'm yeah. Sorry about that. I'm ADD and out of the game now. It's just definitely a sign that this inevitable end that is approaching is well timed. Holy crap! What is that? Okay, well, not only do they have a Titan here, but now they're constructing a military base. A super star base. One jump from my home world. This, yeah, the times are changing, folks. They are changing. So I need to start pumping out some ships. So let's do a drone host. And just a handful of frigates. And we need to field as many as possible, as quickly as possible. Because this is it, folks. Like, I tried. I did not do a very good job, quite clearly. I wish I had enough money to rebuild my Titan for the last fight. That would be amazing, but I really don't see that happening. Yeah, no, not a thing. Not happening. Okay. I might be able to put up some more planetary defenses, though. Or not. I have no tactical slots left for one, and I don't think... tactical slots, that's here. And I'm fully upgraded. So I have all of the defenses I'm going to get from this stuff here. So the best I can hope for at this point is just to pump as all of the resources into ships. Just as many ships as I can get. And capital ships are kind of expensive, so it's probably going to be best if I just field as many frigates as possible. I mean, I'm probably wrong. Apparently I've been wrong the whole game. But we're not going out without a bang or a poof. One or the other. I'm surprised green has not marched on. Green doesn't... Okay. So they haven't taken this. They just went and took me out and left it. That must mean that they're going to be arriving here very shortly. That would be my guess. That's what I would do. If I was going to take somebody out completely, I would just... And maybe that's why I lost, is because I have a habit of... I come in, I destroy everything, and then I move on, and I do very little development on the planets that I take over, and I just keep going. And that may be one of the problems I had this game, is because I spread myself out so far that my infrastructure probably was not strong enough to sustain the output of resources that I had to put out once these fights started. And that's just, you know, started to gradually wear me down to the point where by the time I realized something was wrong, it was too late. Where did his Titan go? The starbase is here. They did not destroy this. Where did his Titan go? Oh, his Titan's probably already on the way over. Oh man, I did not... What I have over here is not significant enough to fend off a Titan. Not even remotely. But you know what? It was fun. I enjoyed myself. I learned some things. That's why I'm not quitting. I'm going to see this through to the end, because I view losing in a game as a educational experience, a learning experience. Like, next time I play this faction, I know that I probably should not be attempting like a military victory. That's just not what these guys are specialized for. And there is a third faction in the game, which I have no idea how they work. I've never played them. I've never really paid enough attention to my encounters with them to remember much about how they work. Sorry, guys. I'm out of commission. I can't do anything for any of y'all. I don't understand what... Do you guys, like, actually have things you want me to do? No? So, why is this blinking? I don't understand what's... None of you are asking me for anything, so what's the deal? I don't know. I don't know why that's blinking. It's not blinking anymore, so obviously it's not important. Okay, yeah, is that the Titan? Is the Titan back? Why is this under... Is that base actually shooting at me? What? Culture repel rate 0, so it's not repelling my culture. Average laser damage, so it is apparently, it does have lasers, but I don't see it shooting. So how is this is it considered under attack because the base is here? And the fact that he can build this base in my sphere of influence, in this system that I control, I did not know that was possible. So apparently these star bases are amazing. And that's probably why I'm flashing red, because I'm not actually under attack, but it's registering that there's enemy unit or construct in the system. So that's probably what's going on here. Now, why you would build this here when I have no troops here, unless it's just like, unless it acts like the defense guns around my planets, and it's just built to help destroy the stuff in the system, then I guess I could understand that. But if it has any other function, I'm not sure. Like, I knew that those bases existed, but I've never actually spent any time playing with them, so I'm not 100% sure what they're all about. I don't know if this faction even has them. And honestly, at this point, I don't care. I mean, it's a little late in the game to be going, oh, hey, look, these were options. So I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm going to field as many ships here as I can. If I get to the point where my fleet numbers are full, then I might try to strike out again and maybe re-secure some of my territory. But I'm pretty certain that with the way things have gone down, even if I do manage to rebuild a little bit and recapture stuff, I'm going to be so far behind in the game that by the time even if I take green out and blue out and, you know, whatever, those who are still in the game, in the other systems, are going to be so developed and so powerful, I'm not going to have a prayer. This game is basically over. I'm just waiting for them to sweep in and clean me up at this point. But we will see what happens, because right now I'm just kind of like hiding in my system here, praying for the best. I don't even have enough. No, I would like to get at least another capital ship out. I have no capital ship. I have one capital ship. Don't I? Yeah, I have this one capital ship right here. I no longer have my Titan. I'm basically down to one fleet. Not a good place to be at this stage in the game. But what are you going to do, right? Like, it is what it is. This is where we're at. We carry on. I probably want to position this fleet around here so that if somebody comes in either of these directions, they don't have to go all the way across the system to get over there. They're not very fast. Well, Liriopa, we had a good run. Your leader's an idiot, but Our planet Rohela is under attack. Is this Rohela? No, this is Kanya. And there are pirates there now. Right? Yeah, there's a little pirate fleet coming in. And it looks like they came in from... They came in from a different system. So even the pirates have jump capabilities. Like, I never came close. I was so focused on the fight that... Where is it they're attacking? This said this was under attack. There's nobody here. Was it just somebody passing through? I wasn't paying attention to that. I said I wasn't going to pay attention to any of this, but I was expecting to have all of this gone by now already, honestly. So I don't understand why they pulled back, unless they got something bigger going on over here. And the blue pulled his Titan back. Like, why didn't they push? Why didn't they push the attacks? I don't get it. I don't understand. Put me out of my misery already. Alright, well, if they're going to leave me here, I'm going to do what they did, and I'm going to slowly rebuild. Very, very slowly. So, I need to... I probably should not do this. But I need to protect what resources I have, so I'm going to go over here and take this guy out. And I'm going to try, at least, if I can retake this, if the Titan is not still there. If I can take this, I can get those 3 asteroid belts back. The more income I can get, the stronger of a force I can field. Maybe it's not over. I mean, I'm being foolish right now. I know it's over. I just don't know when it's over. And if there's still a chance, like, maybe. And I could be... I could be fielding more of these temples of communion and be doing the whole culture thing that I'm supposed to be doing, but it does feel like it's a little too late. I mean, blue is just unloading. So it looks like blue and green are going after each other now. That would explain why they each pulled their forces back. They probably got a tidy little war going on through here. I know that at a certain point you can become kind of like neutral with the pirates, and you can travel through their area without incurring their wrath and losing troops on the way through. But again, that's something I'm nowhere at. I did not play this game properly at all. Like, I can see that in hindsight now. But I'm so far behind the curve now that I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever. But all we can do is keep going and see what happens. So let's go ahead and get a colony ship put together. And start climbing back up the ladder here. I got one right here. Alright, buddy. You need to head this way. I haven't lost this yet. So... whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do this. So this time, instead of just racing outwards, let's hope that they're fully focused on one another, because obviously blue and green are going at it now, which is fine. But I need to regain my footing, and let's do some development. Like, let's get these guys. It's not spread out too much further. Obviously, that's not a tactic that's going to work for us. Now, it's probably, like I said, it's probably too late already for me to have any chance of winning this. But I guess anything's possible. So let's try to get this base under control. Get that out of my system. And then we need to keep building some ships. I need to get my fleets back up. I need another capital ship. I know it's an expensive thing to do, but if I can field more capital ships, that'll make my overall fleet stronger. Alright. Man, I'm just getting freaking notifications on my phone left and right today. I don't understand it. Like, normally I don't get one text message or one alert or one message ever, and I've gotten like 5 or 6 of them in the last 10 minutes. It's crazy. I am so popular now. Alright. Yeah, there's no chance I'm getting a Titan again anytime soon. If I get back to the point where I have reestablished my footing and I have enough income coming in that I can get a Titan again, I will be shocked. Like, I don't imagine that's something that's going to happen. Let's use the fleet and pop up here real quick just to see if the Titan is still up here. If I can get this planet back and its resources, and if I can hold these, if I can get this back and then hold what I've got, then I'll take that as a minor victory in the moment. But I don't know. I don't. Things got wild, man. Uh-oh. Yeah, see? This right here. Yeah, I'm not getting that planet back. Media hub. What the hell is a media hub? Is that their version of, like, cultural influence? Is that what we got going here? Huh. See, there are a lot of aspects of this game I still have not explored. Again, like I've said a couple times now, I have not played regularly more than just the one faction. I'm fairly confident in how to play them and how to win with them. If I had been paying attention when I started this game and had started with them, we'd be in a completely different area right now. Like a completely different... We'd be a lot better off. Like, I probably have most of this galaxy by now. But I wasn't paying attention, and it is what it is. So, that is not the case. But the other factions, like I said, they have different specializations, different ways of winning. Like the one I'm playing now is culture. I'm not sure what the third one is. But since I don't have a lot of experience with the other two factions, this faction and the third one, I'm not overly familiar with what all they work with. You know, they have different types of ships and special abilities, like we discussed earlier in the videos here, that the Novolith cannon is the human's super weapon. And as you've seen, when they shoot another planet with that super weapon, one shot, that planet is no longer occupied. And once the toxic fallout wears off, I might not even be able to actually, now that I'm discussing it, I might not be able to repopulate this planet because it has toxic fallout. Once it's been hit with that Novolith cannon, it takes time for the atmosphere and the everything to heal itself enough to be inhabitable. My guys here, one second. The guys that I'm playing with here use, where is it? I think it's not security. I don't think it's security anyway. Where is it? Oh, maybe that's the way the third party wins, is through trade, because there's a lot of trade stuff available in the trees too. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Savior design. I'm not exactly sure where it's at right now off the top of my head, but if I remember correctly, I have a cannon as well, but I shoot happy thoughts and friendship. And when I hit an enemy planet, it starts to convert their culture towards me, like makes them love me more, and eventually it just gets to the point where if their culture is enough in my favor, they just join me. They become my planet. And that's the way I should have been playing this. Is, you know, once I realized that that's how this faction worked, I should have re-geared myself towards that style of play. But I was stubborn. I refused to adapt. I wanted to stick with what I was familiar with. I'm still trying to stick with what I'm familiar with. But obviously that is not the way I'm supposed to be doing it. So theoretically, if I were to try and re-gear now, I mean, it's awful late in the game, but if I were to look at my research here under Harmony, what do we got here? Communal labor grants assembly drones the communal labor ability, allowing them to collaboratively build structures at a faster rate. So yeah, we don't need to worry about that at this point. When one of the Unity's worlds falls silent, the right of vengeance is enacted, granting increased weapon damage and fire rates against the aggressor. Distant visualization, jump guide Syngrits become more skillful at perceiving very remote locations, allowing ships to phase jump to distant star systems. So something like that's what they've been using to get to me. Like, you don't need to use the jump lanes anymore. Understanding, maybe? Herald prototype grants access to the Herald Envoy Cruiser, majestic ships that will improve relations with opposing factions. So, see? Yeah, let's research that. Why not? And so yeah, green's pushing. Where is green pushing? It said Inari? Oh, that was blue. Well, sorry, blue. You think you're gonna just walk in here with your Titan and destroy me? Well, you got another thing coming. That's exactly what's gonna happen. But I'm not going down without a fight, yo. Let's do this. If this has to be my last stand, I'm gonna make it hurt. Not really. I'm just wasting money at this point. Oh, yeah. I'm more than done. Like, look at this. First of all, they got the Titan. This is a battle cruiser, so that's a capital ship. This is a battle cruiser. That's a capital ship. That's a battleship. That's a capital ship. So he's got a Titan and 3 capital. Oh, hold on. That's a battleship. That's a capital ship. So he's got a Titan and 4 capital ships here against my puny little. Yeah. This is not. No, it's not even worth pulling back at this point, because what can I do? With this, he could march straight to my homeworld and just decimate me, and it's really surprising to me that he hasn't yet. Yeah, retreating those back is not going to do anything but lead him straight to my homeworld, so... You know, I keep saying I'm not going to quit, and I'm not a quitter, but at this point, quite frankly, like... there's really nothing I can do. If these guys wanted to walk in and stomp on me, they're gonna do it. I can't field enough resources to argue with them. I'm just delaying the inevitable. Like, I'm not going to advance any further than where I am now. The game is effectively over for me, so I don't know if I should keep going and be stubborn about it, or if I should just call it where it is for what it is and end the series here. I mean, I would like to come back and play this again at some point. Like, I will actually play the faction I'm familiar with. But this is, I'm pretty positive this game's over. They're just leveling on me. They're just grinding on me. So, I don't think any of you are going to have your feelings hurt too bad if this is the last episode of this for now. Next time we play, we'll start over. We'll start anew. We'll start with the faction I'm familiar with. And we won't play on such a large map, because even if I had done very well, like, even if this had not happened, we had a long game ahead of us. Like, there's just so much out there. The 3 galaxies. Like, I never even left this galaxy. So it would have been a very, very long game. So we'll play, next time we'll play the faction I'm familiar with. We will play on a, probably instead of a large map, we'll do a medium map. So I think that's 2 galaxies. That's legitimate. Like, that's a good length game. It'll give us plenty of time to explore what's going on with that faction. But this is the end. This is the end of our journey. Our rebellion has been crushed. As you can see, I tried to rebuild. I tried to put together a little fleet and come back up here and reestablish some of my resources. And, you know, I wasn't ready to give up. I was willing to try to get my foothold back and keep going, but then this happened, and this is just like, there's no way I could oppose this. Even if I sat silently, even with these resources I have right now, I could put everything I have into ships and fleets, and they're just so far ahead of me. They have so many more resources, and they're so much further developed than I am that it's not going to happen. So I guess the lesson here is, don't spread yourself too thin. Try not to get yourself into a war on 2 fronts on opposite sides of the galaxy. Take some time to know what your faction is capable of and what they excel at. Don't be stubborn and refuse to adapt to that potentially, you know, there are other ways to win this game than just military conquest. And just because I prefer military conquest doesn't mean that that's the only way to do it. And I refused to concede to that. And that is why I lost. So pay attention to what you're capable of, what's available to you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket unless it's the basket that you're trying to win with. Make sure your faction is actually strong in that area, and develop your worlds. Like, your economy has a lot to do with your capabilities. Diplomacy, something we did not even look at in this game. Like, you can come up here, and if you do these missions for these people, your reputation will come up. If your reputation gets up high enough, you can start giving them resources, and their reputation will come up. If their reputation gets up high enough, you can start offering ceasefires and peace treaties and all kinds of stuff. You can actually get to a point where, like, Blue could have very easily become my, like, galactic space partner, and we could have maybe together taken out Green, you know. But I did not go the diplomatic route. So this is an option. Like, you don't have to play the military conquest. You could play like the diplomatic thing. There's stuff in the tree for trading. Like, you can open up trade routes with other planets and influence them that way. There are lots of ways to play this game. I like I said, I'm really fond of the military conquest style, and that's just what I've always done. But as you can see, that did not work for me this time. So, being that we are out of time for this episode, beings as that this is practically I'm just going to call this our last episode for this. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you got a couple good chuckles out of my stupidity. And at some point in the future, when I have gotten over being butthurt that I got spanked so bad, I may come back and play this again, and we will look into it again some more. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Call it an end to our journey. You guys stay safe. You guys have fun. I'm out.